Hi, I'm Sonal Holland and I'm going to give you 5 deadly tips for making the perfect sangria. Tip 1. The color. For those of you who think that a sangria can only be made with red wines, think again. You can actually make a sangria with any kind of wine. It can be white, it can be rosé, it can even be sparkling, and of course a red. Make it as colorful as possible. The only thing you need to keep in mind when it comes to wines in a sangria is they need to be fruity, nicely fruity, as well as not overly tannic or oaky wines. Tip 2. Good quality wines make good quality sangria. Don't think making sangrias is one way, easy way of getting rid of your leftover wine or your stale wine or your cheap quality wine. In fact, the wine should be really fresh, it must be of sound quality, it must not be faulty or tired in any way, and that is what will go into making a really good sangria. Be careful about that. Tip 3. Play with a variety of fruits in your sangria. You don't need to stick with only the stayed apple or the oranges. You can go beyond. You can go into pears, you can use kiwis, there's pomegranate, there is strawberries, there's cherries. Make sure that your fruits are not fleshy like the custard apple or the banana because they will make your sangria cloudy. But apart from that, what you need to do is take all these fruits, finely chop them and have them soaking in some wine for a few hours so they turn slightly slushy and they ooze out all their flavor, thereby making your sangria really exciting. Tip 4. Adjust the sweetness level according to your preference of style. So, for example, I like my white wine slightly less sweeter, drier than my sweet wines, where you need a little bit of that extra sweetness to mask the tannins or the bitterness from the oak, if any. And for those of you who like a little bit of the deep caramelly taste, try honey instead of sugar. It gives that special extra touch to your sangria. Tip 5. Zing it up with some liqueurs, herbs and spices added to your sangria. Adding a little bit of the Cointreau and brandy can make your sangria really exciting. It adds that element of warmth to the palate. When it comes to herbs, you can look at ingredients like a basil, especially in combinations with watermelon, can taste absolutely divine in your white wine sangria. In spices, you can look at cardamom or cinnamon or even fennel to make it really exciting. I've also noticed, and I tend to do this, is add a little bit, a few drops of lemon to your sangria. It adds that crispness and that little bit of that zingy edge to your sangria, making it really magical. Go try it. And while I sip on this glass of perfectly chilled white wine sangria with some kiwis and apples, cinnamon and honey in it, you go subscribe to my channel, Sonal Holland Wine TV.